Before you watch this episode of Joy Tactics, go watch The Mask. Go watch The Mask, Conor O'Malley's new hilarious short film on his website, endorphinport.com. If you don't mind, it stars Eric Rahill. Eric, how was that for you?
It was an amazing experience, top to bottom.
Nate, you watched it?
I'm not even joking. One of the funniest things I've seen in recent memory. So go check it out. It's $5. We got the link in the show notes. And yeah, enjoy this episode.
Joy Tactics.
Out.
Yeah, Magneto's so fucking sick to be able to affect metal as such.
Welcome to Joy Tactics, the podcast dedicated to all things joyful, joyous, and meeting as many celebrities as humanly possible. Hosted by Eric Rahill, Nate Veroni, and Jack Bensinger. Enjoy.
Shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Conor O'Malley on. We're going to be discussing Alien? What'd you say?
Alien conspiracies.
Aliens, conspiracies.
So what do you think, man? Put it to us straight. Is there such a thing, or could there not be?
Basically, it's alien conspiracies. It's happening different. Indiana has different theories.
Do you think aliens have conspiracies about humans?
Of course.
Yeah, they have to.
They don't.
They don't know a damn thing about us. I don't think. All they have is that golden record.
What's that?
The golden record has like Barry Manilow tracks on there.
Because we shot out a satellite with a time capsule in it that has all things to describe what humanity is. You know this?
Yeah. Well, there's also. Do you guys see Contact?
Of course.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah, Jodie Foster.
Mm-hmm. Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, I love him.
It's different. Hitler was the first thing they saw. You don't remember that?
Oh yeah, and they were like, so
Hitler
humanity's fucking evil next level.
Yeah. Or they don't speak German.
Oh.
They don't know what the fuck that guy's saying.
I'd hate to make a bad impression on an alien.
I think we got to address, before we get into any of this, I got a haircut.
Oh, yeah.
I'm buzzed.
Sorry.
Oh, that's very relevant.
Yeah,
oh, no,
yeah.
never mind. Never mind.
What is this watch?
This watch is it's like a baby G-Shock.
Baby G-Shock?
Yeah, look at that. Casio, $35. I'm wearing it everywhere.
You know what's funny is we were going to do the male fashion genre of episode, but then the last second we switched to
Alien conspiracy.
But naturally, look at how we naturally gravitate toward.
I
Look
know.
at you. You're dressed like. Look at you. You look like.
Out,
you
dude.
look
I'm
like
dripped the fuck out.
What's that thing on your top of your hat? What is that logo?
I
You look
don't.
like you could be in the background of Dave.
Oh my God.
No,
This
you
is
look-
that I you know what, I kind of hate wearing this hat because everyone doesn't know what this is, and I don't either. It's just a fucking
Is it a
fashion
banjo?
hat. It's like
It's
there's
a lollipop.
nothing on it, and it's like kind of a key, like a heart key or something.
Oh.
It's actually
people
a nice,
who are
like,
just
I'm kind of
listening.
embarrassed. It's a swaggy brand, and I'm in my like post like kind of buying swaggy things era, so I have all these remnants of like, like not Balenciaga type shit, but this is the brand. This is Acne Studios.
Is it
You
really?
know that
you know
that
about
Kylie
Acne, Connor?
Jenner's like
what is this?
It's a high fashion brand.
it's
I know
a
about
high
Sears Covington collection. If you guys ever get Sears?
Sears.
Connor, I asked Connor when we moved to New York, you were wearing a Sears Roebuck shirt from the 70s, and I was like, where'd you fucking get that? And you were like, I think we got a similar body type, man.
Yeah.
You might want to hit these up.
Well, I got it on eBay because a wardrobe person once told me that I have a workman's body.
Is that what I got too?
Well, I think we're supposed to be the industrial backbone of America, and they took that shit away from us.
They fucking did.
and so
dude.
we're here
I would
doing
be
fucking
down there
podcasts,
getting all oily.
oil, covering oil.
Oh.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile.
whoops. Meanwhile, me and Nate, we have kind of the intellectual's body.
This is something, Jack. I feel I don't know if you guys brought this up on the pod.
What is it now?
Your favorite thing? Or you love to guess which your body type. What war should you be in?
Oh yeah,
I love
well, it's
that.
usually intuitively obvious.
Can we go through and do it
war
right
you would
now?
I think we
Yeah.
should. Yeah, well,
Give
just
me-
like
We've been through this.
like if you saw like your head and your body, what
Yeah.
uniform is supposed to be in? What?
Yeah. Oh,
What
this
war
is
time?
Nate was in a
love
forgotten
Warfield.
Turkish-Prussian war from 1806. He had one of the craziest mustaches of all time, a tall hat, and he'd never used a gun before.
Tall hat.
It's his he's fucking good with the fucking.
I think I was in like in a war where they they just had invented bronze or steel, and like I was one of the first people to have like a full armor suit that was like impenetrable from swords and weapons. So I was just like indestructible, like going into battle, like fucking like just rage killing like thousands of people. I don't know, 92. Maybe like 96 or something. Yeah, 92 or 96.
I think that happened to you, but you get into battle, none of the arrows are hitting, but then they fucking pour oil on you, and it fucking the steel's not that good yet, so the steel melts on top of you.
For the people watching.
Oh.
Maybe we know something about this strike.
Guess where we are. If you can't even see it from there, Connor's got a black Netflix mug. What's that material?
It's coffee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
So mark our words. By the time this comes out tomorrow, let's just say that
Something will have
strike
happened.
will be over. And if it isn't over,
Yes.
you can talk mad shit about us.
You think it's gonna be really over tomorrow?
Nah.
Who knows?
Maybe at the end of the day.
So you think Prussian like Bronze era?
Yeah, whatever
Suit.
that. Yeah, full armor.
Well, you look like the armor suit. You know what I mean?
Died from like hot
I don't
liquid.
know. I feel like you might also be like a guy that doesn't know what's going on, running around.
Oh, I could see you in the first
You have,
war.
like,
No.
late
I will
stage
say
syphilis.
no one hears leadership. No one hears. Like,
Oh, hell no.
Not of the top, but maybe of the three people that you get lost with. I would lead them.
I knew somebody that was in the Navy, and they were like went to college, and when it seemed like they were going to go to war with Syria. He had to like explain it to like all the like 19-year-olds. He was older. He was like in his late 20s at the time.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of enjoyed having that power over them.
Over the boys?
Yeah, over the
Because they were
boys.
just boys. These soldiers are just boys.
They're just You ever hear "Toy Soldiers" by Eminem?
I'm
It's
sure
a
I have.
great
I kind of tune it
exploring
out.
different psychological aspects of children in war.
Is that why?
Oh my god.
What?
Is that why it's called that? Toy Soldiers?
No, I was listening to it the other day.
What's
Inch
that?
by inch.
What's the Eminem song where he goes to the Mandalay Bay?
Oh, yeah, that one's good. I can't remember what that one's called.
That's new Eminem. You ever seen this?
No.
You haven't seen this?
He goes to the Mandalay Bay.
The video is like the from the perspective of the Mandalay Bay shooter.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Stephen Paddock.
Steven.
Oh, yeah,
Second
rest-
time he's come up today.
Rest in hell.
We're talking about well, you don't know.
Nice.
You don't know.
If he's dead or not.
You don't know.
Conspiracy.
It's interesting
Maybe
that
he's an
got
alien.
that fire rate ability, because it seems like he wasn't able to do the psychological firing.
Right, in such a sense. And because of the muzzle flashes as well, you can look at their
what is it?
stratological
You know,
positioning on the
somebody
walls.
was on the ground that I think probably has more information about it, but they know better not to talk about it, as Dan Brazilian.
Dan Brazilian was there. He was
Dan
begging someone to give him a gun so that he could shoot. That is
That's
a great
so good.
reaction.
And what is this? Is it a police officer?
He's a police officer. Get
Officer?
the fuck away from us.
He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
What is Daniel up to these days?
Dan Bilzerian?
I think he was getting in it with Andrew Tate a little bit.
Oh, they were going at each other?
They were getting it
Well,
in.
Andrew Tate said like he's basically a guy that would pay for a prostitute, and I'm a guy that owns a prostitute.
Oh my god.
Diabolical.
Top G.
Good God, that's
Well,
top G.
Top G, more like top disrespect.
Top.
We definitely
Stop
would be 200 years from now, 200 years in the past, taking orders from him in battle.
Oh my god.
I don't think he would
Yeah.
use us. I think we would be.
But here's me.
Murdered.
He's fucking ordering me around too much. Middle of the night, needle right here.
Needle.
Yeah, a needle.
Just a small.
That's an interesting, good,
Bleed 'em
simple way
out.
to kill somebody, I reckon.
I know.
A needle as long as hell.
A long needle.
Terminator.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that. That
Jack-
kid from Terminator is looking busted.
Which one?
The main
robot?
kid. What's his name? He was in American History X too.
Charlie
XEX?
onwards.
Charlie Kaufman.
Well, we all know
I
who
don't
he
know
is.
him.
Eric, I think that you were I think you were not leadership, but you were like up there, you know? You were like some sort of sergeant. I don't know what
Really?
war, but
What
I
war?
feel like you came from the back of a line.
Well, I feel
and
like
you were
you
like,
two already. But I'm curious what you say, because Jack
Yeah.
has determined. They determined it for each other.
Yeah.
This is a conversation I walked into, but I'm very
Oh,
curious.
interesting.
I'm
Okay,
curious
let's see if
what-
it matches up.
All right,
I feel
what
like
war?
Eric would. I'm trying to think. I think it would be like after the Revolutionary War, kind of like a War of 1812 kind of
Okay.
style, and
Like a-
you and you. I feel like you're like a sergeant that's like put me on the front lines. You know what I'm saying? And you
Kevin
go
Costner?
and you go to the very front of the lines. and
Immediately
you're-
killed.
Yeah, that would be a good war, because you know how they line them horizontally?
Oh,
If they did
yeah.
single file war. Kind of thing.
Dude,
It's just one-on-one.
Dude,
Yeah,
dude,
one-on-one.
Well,
famously,
they trick him out, and they just send one guy out there, and like there's probably a million guys behind him. Because it looks like they can't tell.
Oh, so they put a suit on the back
fucking
of him.
illusion,
With a bunch
dude.
of arms
Oh,
behind
like
him.
the Michael Jackson.
Oh,
they do that with the back.
We need
this
more
is-
illusionists in war.
We need way more illusionists.
Their fucking faces.
Oh, because
needles.
through mirrors, surely through mirrors, especially with the landscape in Kabul and the surrounding areas, is you could make, because with the mountains, you could make people see you all over the place shining. It's the desert.
Don't get me started on Kabul.
Shining all over the place.
Well, because of the mirrors reflecting, I should say, and the dust particles would generate the 3D images. You guys don't know what I'm talking about.
I do.
All right.
And I see Jack in like kind of a future war where like your brain is like kind of, you're just like standing like still in the middle of a room and there's like a couple of like all these cords plugged into your brain and you're like playing like it's essentially like war has just turned into like video gaming,
But it's
and you're like
unrecognizable,
controlling like thousands of people at the single time. You're just staring in this solitary
It's
white room with all these cords in your fucking head and you're like
get all
throwing
that
up
from-
and like pissing your pants and shit.
See, I see Jack as emaciated,
As
trench foot.
Oh, all
Yeah,
hungry.
yeah.
But I also see tintype, Civil War, like
Yeah.
before and after. Before smiling, after like half your brain's missing, and you know what I mean. Your hair's all messy.
One time I found a picture from World War I of these guys like marching, and there's a guy that was looking at the camera like this. And I sent it to Jack. Yeah, I sent it to Jack, and I was like, "That'd be you."
Yeah, I would. I'd be confused. I would maybe do something good on accident, but I can't imagine I'd be good for anything.
Definitely, yeah. World War I, tall body.
Yeah.
You're always hunched over.
French lieutenant.
Look over the fence. There they are. Huh?
Man,
Now this-
remember the potato masher grenades?
No, what is that?
No.
You don't know this
Oh,
is
wait a
the
minute.
German
Yeah, yeah,
grenades.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They would
those are
shoot
fucking
out their
scary
potatoes.
looking. Yeah.
And Eric was determined to be like early invasion Iraq.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh.
For sure.
You could
First,
see
like
him in the-
9/11. I'm like, get me wherever we're going.
Like
I'm
smiling.
Yeah.
You were the first metrosexual to hit Iraq.
Oh, with the V-neck on in fucking Baghdad. Digital camera, like.
Well, also like, yeah,
Nice.
like you see Sicario.
Oh yeah,
no.
so, yeah.
You know when they like are speaking in Spanish and they're just like such an American accent. Like I love when you hear like American soldiers doing that in Iraq, like whatever they're saying, whatever the language is beautiful.
Right. It's Arabic is a gorgeous language. I'll just say that
beautiful.
because they're saying stuff that is so beautiful to each other and so sweet that we just don't do in America. With
I
this
don't
shit.
say
general?
sweet shit.
Women are gorgeous, absolutely beautiful.
I
Across
know,
the
man.
country?
Across
Or the
across
world?
Well, across the
Right.
world, women
Universe.
stay being beautiful.
And yet,
Of course, dude.
I agree.
Absolutely
So
beautiful.
do all people. It's wonderful. Looking at it, I really can't believe this. If I was God, I wouldn't have. You're telling me every single person looks completely different from another?
That's what they want us
There
to
could
believe.
be no way that this is true.
Yeah.
Really? No.
No,
You know
no,
what?
no.
I was at a giant bonfire one time in Pennsylvania around a bunch of strangers, and somebody came up to me with a video camera and said, "What the fuck? You look exactly like me." And I
Did
never
it?
saw him again.
Did you?
Did I look like him?
Yeah.
Probably, but I don't. Probably a little.
What war would Connor be in? This is my question.
This is my presumption.
Okay.
And this
Desert
is a new one. This is a
Storm.
new one.
Okay.
And I thought this about you, but now I'm thinking about you.
Okay.
I think you were the first ever war individual. There was no such thing as war, and then you probably
had
came
the
along before there was any language.
First guy, first
first
war.
ever
Like
war,
war
person
type
to
of
do
guy.
war.
You're
But
like
what considers a war then?
You're like half Neanderthal.
You are Urukai.
what is
What
what
considers a war?
Urukai?
What considers a war? That is
Considers
two
a
guys
war.
against
Well, no,
one?
because it's got to be for a reason. Yeah.
Well,
Like, it's got to be for
2001?
properties over what?
2001 Space Situation.
Space situation. 2001, a space situation.
2001, a spatial situation. Yeah, I can see you in that type of scenario where there's no gravity. Is there gravity in the beginning when those monkeys are doing their thing?
There is definitely
Yeah,
gravity.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, just different form of
I
it.
guess I just saw space in the background and I assumed that it was an anti-gravity zone.
But couldn't you see Connor as Urukai?
Who is that?
Which one is that?
This is Lord of the Rings, fucking Saruman's crazy ass army, where all the other orcs are weak and fucking malnourished, but then they have a special breed of orcs,
Wait, is that the one that is?
and they come out of the
Harvey
tar.
Weinstein?
Oh yeah,
yeah, one of them's supposed
but
to
yeah,
be
and you're
Harvey,
nothing
yeah.
like him.
He
but-
plays an orc.
Oh my
No.
God, they have a fake Harvey Weinstein in Entourage.
What the hell?
Do they really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who?
His name is like literally like Barvey Geinstein.
No,
or something.
no.
Like, it's insane. It's really nuts.
Were you watching Entourage when you were in Chicago as a teenager?
Watching it? Yeah. It was like, okay, I'm gonna watch Entourage. I'm gonna go beat off to a Bang Bus video on a laptop that's downloaded.
Man, those were. Can we get back to this, man?
Yeah.
We get going
Our
to
lives
Kazaa,
fucking
being like,
suck.
all right, this is gonna take 30 minutes to download. I'm gonna watch the Entourage video, come back, jerk off. Gotta negotiate. I used to have to like negotiate non-verbally with my brother who was gonna get access to the PC to jerk off.
No way.
Just kind of like okay, I'm gonna go watch TV. Like, all right, and it was never like I need to jerk off. I'm gonna use the computer.
But you all knew what was up.
You didn't have this with you.
My
your brothers are
brother
around your age.
was too much older, so there was none of that.
Was
Well.
too much older.
So, but no, with friends for sure, people are we had the Nintendo DS, the internet browser.
You could jerk off on that.
Well, there was no video, but there were picture only.
Well, you could jerk off on anything, really.
Well, yeah, you could.
Do you ever print out pictures, black
No.
and white?
We
Completely.
have a story from a friend that is so funny, and if this friend's listening, I'm not going to burn who it is, but and we all know who he is. We'll tell you after who it is, and you'll laugh.
Give me a hint.
No.
I can't because people will guess it. But he tried to print out the entirety of MILFHunter.com. And then he saw that it was like 48 pages, printed the first page, and then stopped it. And then his parents got home and printed something out. And it 46 pages of MILFHunter.
It was
came out.
Eric.
It was not me. It was not me. I would never ever.
Oh, that's also not a public individual.
Nope.
No.
Nope. And he's an amazing guy, and he
Private
listens
citizen.
to the podcast. So shout out.
Yeah, if
I
you're
listen
listening
to the
right
podcast, and I'll tell you this: what I've discovered about it.
now, go ahead.
I talked to Jack about this. One, this should be given to teachers who are about to go and teach learning disabled people. Because
they have to
as
put
a
up with
former LRP, full blown dyslexic learning disabled person, it resembles questions that were had in an learning resource program in high school, which also everybody would call LRP, which stand for little R-word people.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, that's what they would say, and everybody
new
was proud
podcast
of it.
name just dropped.
Everyone was proud of it. Everyone was happy about it. And if you could, this is what it is like to be a dyslexic person. Is incredibly hard to. If I have to fill out an application online, I'd rather kill myself. I don't want to have to think about words or anything like that.
See, your dyslexia makes me think, because I'm like, I think I have a little bit of dyslexia, but I don't have like the full blown whatever you got. Like you have it ramped up. Like you got the full blown, you got the 100% dyslexia.
100%, yeah.
Oh my
100%
God.
Irish, 100% dyslexic.
What's the
T-shirt.
difference?
That's a
difference
good
is
soldier.
Right there. I'll do anything. I think I would definitely everybody here would be murdered in the first like 3 minutes of a war.
No question.
sure.
And I have no ounce of bravery in me.
No.
So I'm being murdered
Yeah,
in the
no.
back because I'm running away from the front line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd probably die before it all happened because I wouldn't be sleeping and I'd have a stroke.
I would definitely die in basic training.
Because that fucking have your heart
You get
explodes.
mud infection? Yeah.
A mud?
Eating too much mud.
Can I tell a story of a friend that I have that did basic training?
Hell yeah.
He is okay, this is a good friend of mine, and he went through basic training. He did the National Guard, and he described that like in basic training you can't jack off. I mean you can, I guess, but I think it's really hard to.
Yeah.
So I think you're there for like a couple of months, and so for 3 months or so he had like saved up his nut.
Don't say it, man.
I think he told me this.
And he was like when I jerked off, it was like a 7. He said he called it a 17 roper. Like, it was
Didn't he
just,
also have some other phrase for it, like epic jack-off session or something?
I don't think so. This might be something
my
different.
God. That
he
is
just
something-
called it like a roper, and I'd never heard that term roper. And it was like every kind of like.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I know
like,
what I mean.
is
I know what I mean.
You know,
I
Yeah.
could imagine.
I was like, God damn. And he was like, some of it was like, this is gross, but it was like, some of it was like discolored and like dead. Like,
Oh.
No,
That's not
semen had
possible. I don't
been-
think that.
Oh well, I think about this
Impossible.
lately. You let one out, and one of the sperms has done a little bit of growing without you knowing about it, trying to sneak
You're
around
saying just
it.
one big.
Just trying to sneak around the process. One of them's a little big, and you can see like a leg on it, and you're like, "You motherfucker! You don't want to wait
Little
your
piece of shit.
turn, do you?" Little what?
Little piece of shit.
A little fucking brat. Ugh.
This is the thing is nobody talks about how epic jack-off sessions are self-care. That this is something you need to do as a man.
now we're
back to the
talking.
thing of male style of having plotting out 2-3 hours on a weekend
Yeah.
to have the house alone to yourself. I'm gonna 1,000 tabs open.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
pornography.
Oh, shit.
We were talking about this earlier. That certain types of pornography is you need people to be in love. These
Yes.
people need to be
Oh,
in
yeah.
love and
Yes.
having couples. You know, you see that they have kids and there's toys on the floor in the foreground and background of their pornography.
Listen
stuff.
to Joy
It
Tactics
really
in
is
the
not-
background.
Joy Tactics blasting.
Joy Tactics
yeah,
blasting in
sound
the
off.
background.
Sound
Just
off.
us. Wow.
I felt recently like I am like the master of like jacking like my whole jack off swag is like
In what sense? Because I think I have a similar.
because I'm like when I'm like about to like go in, I'm like I got this. You know what I'm
What do you
saying?
mean, like, you're afraid
Like
you might
I'm
not?
like log in fucking or like go to like Pornhub and then I'm like fucking the whole system is like get fucking like 10 tabs open. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I like that one. New tab.
Whoa.
And do you think?
And then when you go through, you're like, I'm like, okay, you gotta skip the ad, so you click on each one.
This is a
before,
crazy
you know what I'm
process.
saying?
I didn't know you.
And I feel like I'm just so lightning like fast that like,
So you're saying you basically are going
I'm
in.
like let's like it's not even like a thing I gotta like it's just
You're doing work scientifically.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
wow.
And
It is-
Like
do
the
you- do you
neural
do this?
pathways are just like.
Do you do this? Click open on a. Okay, this is here we go. This is epic. You know, 47-year-old archdiocese office worker makes love to husband's amputated leg or whatever. Click that, get that going. As soon as you got a bunch of tabs going, you open up. Okay, I'm gonna go to that one, and then as soon as it starts playing, you hit next. But then you scroll down to the next to the like related
Oh, yeah.
videos, and you just are like. And sometimes I have a thing of I'm not even present in the
No.
damn video that I clicked. That in the thumbnail intrigued me, and the title intrigued me, and these people put so much work into this.
I know.
And I'm not even giving them. It's like going into an art museum, running around, not
Yeah.
giving the artist any chance to understand.
Not reading the cat. Not
not reading the history of it.
Yeah.
Not knowing anything.
It's pathetic. What
Not
we've come
going to the about, looking at their Twitter.
We live
being
in a
like,
land
"This is cool."
of milk and honey, the promised land, manna from heaven,
Masturbation.
and we are fucking burning it all. We're burning all the resources, and we
It's
don't know
disgusting.
how good we have it.
Here's
And these
what's-
damn children don't understand.
They don't understand anything. They're too young. I say
And I
babies are virgins.
hate to be this guy that's like he was so desert difficult to
Yeah.
masturbate.
Desert difficult.
Desert fathers and
it was different.
mothers of Christianity.
Okay. What? God damn it! No, we're cooking.
We
so
are
here's what I have to say
cooking
about
right
this
now.
pornography. It's fascinating to me. Here's why. This is the most human act, which is being warping in the most inhuman way.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? The humanity that
Digitized.
goes into a video and the inhumanity in which it's dealt with often is fascinating. What does that say about things at large? It's almost like a lot of people are against porn these days, eh? For many different reasons.
I don't know.
But it's such a fact. I think people should be watching porn while they're in like a MRI every day. Like you shouldn't be allowed to jack off unless you're doing it for science, because the neural learning opportunities within the human mind.
Endless.
If anyone out there who's in the NoFap community, I want you to in the comments
Yeah.
below.
Yeah.
I want you to let us know. Is there kind of a like it's a little bit of do you have to nut? Is that something that has to happen? Do you think that like no,
Must
you
you
can
nut?
sweat it out, musty nut?
Sweat it out.
No.
You can sweat, get in the sauna, sweat it out.
you
Andrew
sweat it out?
Huberman
Can
does
you
not
sweat
masturbate.
anything out? Probably not.
Pee. You can sweat pee out.
Can you
What?
sweat? Can you
Oh,
truly?
yeah.
Well, then can you
Oh,
sweat
yeah.
your bones out if you go that hard?
This is something I don't
That's
know.
what's
Bone
interesting.
marrow being sweated out of your body?
Well,
Do we all have bone marrow like that, or some people?
I
Everybody's
don't
got
believe
it.
it. We have bone. I think bones
We-
are solid.
what is bone marrow?
I think so too, dude. And people are. I mean, I saw a cow had it, but we're not like a cow.
When did you
No,
see
no, no.
that?
Cacao.
Have you ever
see
eaten
that,
a
man?
cow? They're trying to make
Cacao pods?
Well, those are disgusting.
Cacao
looking.
pods?
That's what chocolate's made out of.
Have you ever eaten a raw
Oh, I
cacao
have.
pod?
No.
Yes.
We had it together, didn't
It's a
we?
nut.
Well, it's a nut, but
It's
it
a
doesn't.
building.
Well,
Wait, can
Where
I
we're
say something
going.
on saunas real quick? There was
Oh.
a
Yeah.
dude in the YMCA sauna, and he was like, he is like in.
Wait,
I
what
don't-
city is this?
What's that?
What city is this?
Glendale, Los Angeles,
Nice.
California.
Nice.
And there's a guy in the sauna who's like laying down on the sauna, and he has like he's like in pain. He's like an old man, and he's like, like really, really like aggravated. Something's wrong in his body. And there's another dude who comes in, and he's like, we're all kind of like pissed off that he's like kind of sonically like, taking up space in that way where it's like, we don't want to listen to you like
Sound pollution
and shit. What's that?
Sound pollution.
Yep.
Sound pollution, exactly. And the guy next to me is like an older dude, and he goes, "Hey man, you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just my fucking." He has this like really thick Boston accent, and he's like, he was like trying to give him like kind of softly be like, you're being like, like kind of
chill out,
like you're taking up the whole fucking
Acting like a
sauna.
who's who.
And he was like, you need like more than this is what he was doing. And then he would get up, and he had this huge jug of water, and then he would splash it all over himself.
And this
Like
is
an
a basic
entire jug.
This is not like a banya. This is a basic gym sauna.
I've been to this one. It is
And
not good.
they're like, it says on the wall like multiple different things, like don't pour water on the thing. He's like dumping water on that and like taking a huge jug, and he's like, and he puts a whole huge jug of water all over his body, and he's just like, and this guy's like, "Hey man, you all right?" Like, checking in with him. He's like, you need you need more than water. Like after the sauna, you need like potassium and all that stuff. And he was just kind of like checking him a little bit. Like there's other people here, but there's no like grand ending to this. But he was just being like so rude in the sauna.
Oh, you should make up a grand ending.
Well, I did see somebody pooped in the shower recently. There was a turd in the shower there
At the Glendale Y.
Remember when we went to the Wall Street baths?
Yeah, well, I was just thinking about
The
that.
pepperoni
And the pepperoni
story?
guy?
I'll tell it.
Okay, tell it, Connor.
So we all went to the Wall Street sauna.
Yeah.
Wall Street
It's sick. It's called the Wall Street Baths.
Wall Street bath. So we had some interesting experiences. They have a completely lukewarm hot tub.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Very weird.
I like it.
Oh, it's body temperature.
Yeah, it's
like
really.
There's like
sensory
no
deprivation.
benefit.
But
to
you
that.
can't turn the jets off. And we went into. They have like multiple different types of saunas, and they have one that's like, this is. Scorch your. This is hell. You are in Hades, my friend.
We're gonna go.
It's really nice, but we go inside of it, and there's a bunch of, and it is like, what is cool about New York City is there's a bunch of different types of people who can't speak the same language all hanging out in a hot sauna nude, and
Sweating.
there's Hasidic guys, there's alternative comedians like us.
Yes.
and there's,
That's it.
that's it.
That's your epic
it.
combo.
And then there was some Asian people, and then this guy walks in. A group of guys walks in, and one guy sits down, and he kind of is quiet for a little bit, and he looks around, and he goes, hey, to his friends, and kind of also everybody, including us. He's like, hey. Imagine if this was a big pizza oven, and we were all pepperonis.
And we're like, it's the vibe where you're like looking at the ground, you can hear the sweat hitting the wood, and he says that nobody. So I think someone goes like,
Well, there was a follow up, wasn't there? He said
Well,
it.
he said it
yeah,
again.
Then another guy came
Yeah.
in, and he repeated, hey man, what if we were all pepperonis? And then this Asian guy who's stretching, who I think English was not his first language. He just went, and I'm the dough. And he slapped his stomach.
And they got along.
That was that
That's
is
humor.
new fucking New York.
There are
Okay,
some.
you don't got that in L.A. Nate.
That's some 9/11.
No.
Put the flag up.
Put
Yeah.
the fucking
That is
New Yorkers.
That is
United.
link arms. We are
That's
the world.
awesome.
L.A. If 9/11 happened in L.A., good luck.
Good luck.
dude.
Let's just say the firefighters wouldn't have been running towards the building. They would have been running into
With
people's
headshots.
homes with guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you with headshots.
Running towards the fire with headshots. Catch me.
Oh my god.
Just kidding, everybody. L.A.
Yeah.
Fire Department, you guys rock.
Yeah, and there's no
They're so
buildings tall
sick.
enough for that type of situation.
You think a lot of the LA volunteer fighter fires are in
rocking with
the
Joy Tactics?
entertainment industry,
I
Stu
don't think
Buscemi
they're
style?
volunteer. I think they're full blown.
What?
But I think I used to work out at the Parks and Rec, and
Good, amazing show, by the way.
dude, incredible,
Oh, yeah.
incredible show. It's in the workout. The gym is really weird because it costs like $3 to go there. It's
Yeah.
like super
Chicago?
cheap in New York.
Oh.
And I was hearing some guys that were like firefighters talking about how they were like trying to get cast on stuff. They're all like trying to, I think like Remember Rescue Me?
Yeah. Oh, dude, with what's his name?
Uh,
Dennis.
Michelle.
We all know.
Percentage?
Someone.
Percentage?
Dennis Percentage?
Dennis Carcinogen?
Carcinogen?
What?
Emotional truth?
Hassan?
Yeah.
Well,
Hassan,
I don't talk ill of other comedians.
Hassan Minhaj, we are on your side, brother. We are on your
I
side.
don't talk ill of anything.
No,
Joy
we are on
tactics
Hassan Minhaj's
on
side.
the Daily Show, please.
Get
That's
Joy.
what- oh my God.
Yo.
They're gonna change it to the Secondly
Joy
Show if we
Tactics
go on
Minute
it.
on Daily Show.
Oh,
where you guys get to talk
Well,
about.
'cause
Have you
what-
seen this Gap commercial?
Look at how good we'd be in the news. So
Yeah.
what was in the news today? Watch.
Why you answering
No, it's not a big deal. What's in the news?
What's in the news?
Today, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't
Why
look at
not? Well, then we'll tell you.
Basically,
What about this? Joy Tactics makes up the news stories. You guys make up the setups and the punchlines are
Jolioli from
7,000
YouTube.
dead.
Jolioli from YouTube to meet with Zelensky over
Oh, yeah,
different types
that's
of
right.
dab rigs for the Ukrainian
Vladimir's-
military.
Have we talked about Jolioli on this before?
Jolioli,
Jolioli.
if you are you got to get Jolioli on the podcast.
He's
Wow, that would be.
he
it's
seems
impossible.
this close
He's
to death.
East Coast.
No,
right?
he doesn't. Relax.
No,
he's
he's West Coast,
dude.
bro.
Don't ever
PNW.
say that.
That's right. Pacific North. Oh yeah.
Wait,
because
who
you're
is
brother.
Jolioli?
Jolioli.
But I will
Jolioli
say,
from Custom-
the health of like everybody in the like country
Yeah.
It's good.
that's not like is Jolioli. Everybody's about to.
Oh yeah, I feel like
Hypertension.
I am Jolioli.
Do you guys have hypertension?
Only on the back of my head.
No. You have hypertension?
I haven't got my blood pressure checked in a minute.
You haven't been to the doctor since Tropic Thunder came out.
Chocolate Thunder.
No. Hey, we were in a Banya dressing room or a locker room one time.
Melania dressing room. Melania Trump's dressing room.
We were in the green room at a Banya one time.
Yeah.
And a bunch of types of dudes were hanging out all New York style.
Oh yeah.
And this guy called Tropic Thunder Tropical Thunder. He was like, "What's that fucking movie? What's it called? Tropical Thunder with Robert Downey Jr."
He's going off telling the whole plot of Tropic Thunder,
Tropical Thunder.
and he
called
was
it.
telling it to this guy that was like this.
One time I was on the subway and I was standing next to these two guys who were postal employees, and the one guy was standing above the other one.
Yeah.
And the whole ride, the guy that was standing was like, "Damn, the pepperoni was so good. Did you get a slice of it, man?" And the guy's like, "No, I didn't." He's like, "Oh man, yeah, I think I'm gonna go tomorrow. Damn, the pepperoni was so good." It was truly NPC talk.
We have fucked our lives by trying to be special, trying to be rise above, trying to
We
be
are not.
entertainment legends. These people, Nate and I were looking at pictures of people, his friends from high school on Facebook. Something. They're standing in front of a tailgate. Something. They're just chilling. They're fucking look like they're about to pass away.
The Ohio State.
They're so much happier than us.
About to
They're
pass
just
away.
Yeah, they look like
God.
long COVID is taking them out soon. But
It
Yeah.
is like you go to you do a show in Corblesville, Ohio, or whatever, or the Daytonburg, Indiana,
Chappelle Town.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And you go downtown,
Greensboro.
and you're just like, you go to the hotel room, you turn on the TV. It's all commercials for like, here's how you can sue the grocery store for stabbing your foot.
Yeah.
Like, that's the main source.
But
of
and yet
income.
their smiles are there on their faces like this.
Everyone's so much happier. They don't have to fucking deal with this bullshit.
Have you guys seen this? This what's his YouTube? Oh, Peter Sant. I think I've sent him to you before.
Santangelo?
Peter Santangelo.
Yeah.
And he goes around all towns and countries around the world, and he just went to West Virginia. And
This is the bald guy with the flap brim.
yes,
Yes.
yeah,
That is.
Yes.
We need our first Gen X president that's got a flat brim.
It's coming out with his own like
Oh, dude. Like
AI generated
Keegan-Michael
logo.
Key. Yeah.
And remember when everyone was like, "Oh, Kennedy, he's not wearing a hat to the inauguration. Fuck hats. We're done with hats." That's how people stopped wearing hats. That happened.
Now they're fucking
We
back.
need a Gen X. We need a Rogan head out there with the flat brim that says like with a question mark on it or something. With the Batman.
Riddler or
Remember
something?
the Riddler with the Batman symbol. He's on stage talking. Maybe it might be Fetterman or whatever.
Oh,
Fetterman.
Dr. John Fetterman?
Sexual
I
Fetterman.
had the
Oh.
feeling I was like Fetterman. He could win.
Can
if
I
he
say?
ran.
Can I
Yeah,
say
of
something?
course he could.
I was watching Pete Buttigieg talk on the today. He did
Go
a
try to go
hearing.
to sleep at night.
Pete. Feel so safe. And I've been kind of joking about Pete was giving some good answers today.
This is what I say about Pete Buttigieg and Mr. Donald Trump.
Say
I
it,
wish that Pete Buttigieg had run, because then Donald Trump on the debate stage would say, "Pete's not even gay. I'm gayer than Pete."
Interesting.
Faking to be gay.
Because he's so competitive.
he's competitive, but he's also like, listen, I love YMCA song. I love all that shit. I love getting my hair done. I live in a gold building.
right,
I am more gay than this fucking asshole who, I'm going to
Is from Indiana.
Indiana, CIA, that we don't know, maybe, possibly.
asset.
Is
He is
Pete
a
Buttigieg a
CIA
murderer? Has he
asset.
taken life out of someone's? Has he seen the life drain from
He
someone's
took
eyes?
a
Pete
Delta flight to
Buttigieg?
Kabul. He walked around for 20 minutes, and then he came back and he said, "I'm a proud Afghanistan. I'm
Is
going to
that-
prove this."
He was like barely there.
He went
I
in
don't actually don't know.
2014.
He goes over
It's
the
true.
silencer.
He went over in 2014. He sat at a computer chair in the city square in the promenade.
He set up the
for
Facebook
4
account
months.
for the
I don't
US
even know it was
military.
4 months. He logged on to RuneScape, got a couple kills, got out, hopped on a flight to fucking Islamabad, and just
he-
chilled with his friends.
Basically got a Second City boat to Afghanistan.
Oh,
For people who don't know,
People who
we're
don't
now-
know that
which is just to
reference.
say, Second City is a theater in America, which many comedic legends have spawned quite
Bill
out
Murray,
of
Jason
from.
Sudeikis.
No, very few
Tomatoes.
allegations.
Well,
Sexually individually. Sexually individually. As an institution. Let's see.
well.
I would like to point out that also I was, I'm hardcore playground guy.
Oh, and the bug. Shout out to the bug house.
Jason Sudeikis.
Jesus. Wait, can you tell the magician story from your boat?
Oh, well, yeah, you've all heard this, but I'll
I
tell
feel
it
like you
for
haven't
the.
shared this. This is really funny.
So I worked on a cruise ship for. So did Connor years
Yeah,
and
we
years
did
ago.
together, yeah. We have a shared culture.
We have a
Chicago.
very.
Wait, let's
pyramid
describe
scheme.
this for a second. Like the Second City boat is like a paid gig.
Ship.
It's one of the only
Yeah.
paid comedy gigs in Chicago.
Yeah.
And it's really good money. Like for
It's more than main stage, right?
I think so.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I
people-
was getting like 1,000 a week pre-tax, which when I was
Oh, it's
23 or
way
4
that-
when I did that, I was like, "Good God,
Yeah.
let me fucking do
main
this."
stage you
forever.
make $800 a week before tax.
They fucked you
$100
guys.
show.
God damn.
But it's like a really big payday for there's absolutely no paid opportunities in Chicago. There's like a couple of them.
Yeah.
And then one of them is a Second City boat where you get on a ship and you're there for like 3 months and you're doing like shows for 4 months. And you're doing shows like 8 shows a week, 10 shows a week or something like
Yeah.
that. You live on the ship, you get off and port like, once every
It depends. Sometimes you're at sea for a few days and then you stop off
Eric
in Nassau,
and Connor both did
Bahamas.
boats.
Yeah, and I didn't know Connor back then, but
When was your boat?
2016.
It was
Maybe we met right after that.
2011.
Wow. But people would always say, like people on my ship who had been doing cruises for 10 years, like reference you calling it a floating prison.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember I heard
They
that
would
too.
say they would credit me.
Someone was like, "Oh, Connor called it a floating prison." Yeah.
I mean, it basically
Yeah.
is.
I mean, really,
Well.
you can't get off. You are locked on. You're never sleeping on dry land. You're always in.
Yeah,
your-
guys, that's how bad the prison system is in America. It's a cruise ship. Nice,
Basically.
nice. Well, I'm doing a privilege moment call out.
Thank you very much.
So we did-
Rikers did have they had like a floating prison.
Oh, I saw that on the
that they
old
bought from
Falcon
hospital
England.
boat, right?
England.
Really?
Yeah. No,
British?
it's like an old British boat that was prison.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't mess
mind
with a
that.
boat.
I'm not going to make a lot of prisons. But so here's what happened, and Connor can attest. They bring on entertainers every week or two to
guest entertainers.
Guest
Should explain
entertainers.
status.
What's that?
Should explain the status on the ship,
Yeah.
which is it's kind of like a naval organization where it's really important. If you're an officer, you live in a different place. If I met people that were like, I don't see daylight. Like, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
underneath here all day, and I have like 15 kids. 18 years old. I'm from the Philippines,
And they can pay them way less because they have their flagship is based in like the Bahamas. So they're paying people fucking peanuts.
But Second City got guest entertainer status, which means that you can go everywhere the crew can go. You have to wear a ID, but when you leave that and you go into the guest area, you become a guest.
You take it off, and so and it would be horrible because you would have it off, and they're so nice to you. The workers are so nice to you, and then they realize that you're also
Guest
a worker,
entertainer.
and it's just like guest entertainer that they become so resentful. Fairly,
Yes.
I felt that so much. It was like, sorry, tipping them as much as I could because walking around feeling guilty as fuck all the time. But they would bring on like comedians for a couple nights or magicians, which is where the story that Nate has alluded to is going. And so they bring in this guy. Where it was a 2-week cruise to we went to Puerto Rico was one of the stops.
Puerto Rico, remember when Trump was in that?
When he goes.
I don't want to remember that.
Paper towels.
Don't even dignify is what we're supposed to.
So they have, they had like, we would go see all of these guys entertainers because we were so bored.
Yeah.
See every comedian, every magician, every like
Secular,
act.
yeah.
They brought out
A lot of secular magicians.
they had a crazy circulator come on.
No.
From fucking Siberia.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
The grapefruit. They have that one. Come on.
Didn't even need a mic. It was just resonating through the.
The grapefruit lady, shout out.
So this magician's coming on. I'm excited because I can see his poster. They're like advertising it, and it's clearly from 1994. And he's like coming out of like a treasure chest, and he has like hoops on his arms and like cards like this, and he has like a little, like what do they call it? The vest when you're wearing this
Vest.
High vis.
Yeah, just a regular suit vest, whatever. So excited. But then the night before, we get some tea from the entertainment coordinator who we were friends with, and she was like, this guy came on last night from Puerto Rico. He got fucked up in San Juan, like blackout drunk, caused problems getting on the ship, and then called her in the morning and was like, I'm so sick. Like, I became really sick. I can't do the show. And she's like, I've seen the footage. I heard reports. I know you were fucking drunk as hell last night. You have to. This guy's like 58, like almost 60. She's like, if you don't do the show tonight, because they were counting on it, you are never going to work on a Norwegian cruise again. And so he had to do it, but like devastatingly hungover. And so we go into this show, which is very sparsely attended, with the knowledge that this guy is like really fucking next level hungover at about 60 years old. And he comes out from backstage, his like shirt's a little untucked, he's like sweating already. He's been sweating backstage. he's doing tricks that he has done for probably 20 years, and I was crying laughing the whole time. And one of the parts, he like gets an audience member, clearly is looking for the least heavy person in the audience to put on his shoulders. So he finds this poor old Asian grandma who doesn't speak English clearly. Pulls her, it's like, I want you. She's not understanding what he's saying. He puts her on his shoulders and then hops on a unicycle. And the ship was like rocking. So he's on with his like frail.
This is also like a 2,000 seat theater.
It's a huge theater, and there's probably 75 people. Like, nobody's in there. And this like grandma's on his back. The ship's rocking, and you can see him like trying to like go, and the wheel is a little deflated. Maybe that's on purpose to keep, but it looks so dangerous. And he's like, you can hear him grunting. We're like right up front, and then finally he gets her off, and people clap, and he's like making fucking racist jokes, and then he like feels the back of his neck. And he's like, man, my neck's all wet.
Pissed
from her pit. No, I think she was saying like she was like turned on, and she doesn't get what he's saying, so she's like laughing and clapping, and it was just like hell. And then his last trick is that
So he made it into a positive, is what you're saying. Against all odds.
That's correct.
Enjoyed his day at work.
flipped it into a positive.
He
And
took
then the last
step back into a settlement.
the last thing he does is he got one of the, he didn't have a stock assistant, so he used a poor like 21-year-old guy from the Philippines to be his assistant. And what they do is they like throw him he's on a ladder walking around like this, he's so sweaty, so out of breath, and they're throwing up machetes and he's catching them in his teeth. Ooh. And he gets to the top of the ladder and he goes like, he does what up, that joke from like 2000. Nobody laughs. He's throwing the machete. The kid throws the first machete up and he drops it, and the guy gets legit mad. And you can see him like calm out. He's like, fucking do it. And then he finally gets a machete in the mouth.
I feel like I do that a lot.
What?
Like I'm not mad, like publicly.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Oh, well.
Who are you doing that to? Your assistants?
Yeah, my army of assistants.
How are they,
that
by
did
the way?
make the alcohol story did make me think. I was thinking about this today. You know how like in the 1800s, if you had a problem, you could just go straight to the White House and wait in the lobby.
No.
Until the president came out.
Really?
And be like, hey man, I was supposed to get this fucking water heater, but my neighbor said no. Can you sign this thing? Like, yeah, here, and they would like sign it. Like that was like up for a long time. They let them do that, and I think they should bring it back, but for only with guys who got DUIs, and they can stay in the lobby, and they gotta get Biden to like, hey, can you help? I got fucking, it's not my fault, dude. I was totally not. That fucking cop blew wrong.
Oh,
on
so
me,
that's
man.
how you fight for the not to have the DUI.
Is to plead with the
You
president.
go, you
Okay.
appeal to the president. He hears like, okay, well, how many beers did you have? Where were you in Wisconsin? And then it's only in Wisconsin, maybe.
And so he just sits on a chair all day. People.
And this is how
come
the
in one at a
Democratic
time.
Party keeps Wisconsin back.
Oh, because it's a swing state. Oh,
It's a
yes.
swing state.
We need creative consultants.
I love
like
creative
you,
consultants.
Dude, I would love
Hey.
to. I would love to just spend 3-4 months in the White House doing content.
Oh my god!
Don't say that
I
too
was
loud, man.
Scaring,
Because
hiding in closets, scaring people.
Scaring Biden, he passes away immediately.
Nah, he's
Man.
stronger than that. Didn't he break his foot once? Y'all remember that?
His skull's melting.
Biden's skull is
Yeah, you
melting.
can see
You think he
his
has
head
a lot of
droop.
metal in his body,
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
or like hip replacement?
Oh, if you got a
metal?
magnet a block away from his ass, he's. That'd be a
Yeah.
good way to
Oh
steal
my
somebody.
God.
magnetize the president, take him in the black
Oh
hawk.
my God.
Away.
Cuba does. Oh, keep Magneto away from him.
I know.
Oh,
Especially-
evil Magneto.
If you had Magneto in a room with you for 10 minutes, what would you do?
Where would you
to
suck?
him? SOB,
Where would you
man.
suck
Tell me,
first?
man.
SOB?
Yeah. You say, where
Which
would
Magneto?
you? The one from X-Men.
This is where the special education teachers should really like.
Like,
we
this
should
is-
timestamp.
Oh, you
this,
know what?
You know,
I had a dream last
How
night.
can, you need to
attention
factor
Yeah.
Magneto
I had
into
a
like
dream last night.
That's so close to my fucking.
You know,
face.
Magneto's name is Eric.
Right here? Oh, yeah.
And he was also Holocaust survivor.
I know.
Okay,
And
glad.
I
Glad he
sympathize with
survived.
that.
That would be good. You should play Magneto in a play in one
Oh,
one act, one man
that would
play.
be so.
Actually,
Oh, you could tie a bunch
Magneto
of
in
spoons.
Vietnam.
Oh,
everyone brings some metal into it,
Yeah.
and then you're.
You could put like a teapot under every chair and tie them all with yo-yo strings.
Oh my god! You have a bunch of stagehands with buckets full of spoons,
Yeah.
and they're throwing it at you as
Nails and-
going
yeah.
like that.
damn, Magneto's so fucking sick to be able to affect metal as such.
Yes, to say the least, and
say-
to so
in a
to
sense,
speak, and
in
so
a
to
sense.
speak.
That's his power.
Excellently. So
That's his power.
now listen. Speaking of the special needs of it all, special ed, we say.
Were you special needs, Nate?
Well,
No, but my mom is a special
That's-
education teacher.
So is my mom.
in a way, my whole life was a special education class.
Yeah, and you also video game addiction battled. Classic sign.
You have battled so many addictions, man. It's a pleasure to be sitting here with you
I
right
know.
now.
you're battling one right
You're
now,
not
man.
supposed to be here.
No, definitely not. I should have passed a long time ago for sure.
You're supposed to be in Germantown, Ohio.
Oh my god.
About 300 pounds heavier.
Big ass.
Addicted
beard.
to the Superman ride at Six Flags.
Joy Tactics.
In Milwaukee. Shout out to Dan Black in Milwaukee.
Damn black.
There's like a store. I don't know if COVID might have gotten it, but it's like a record store, and something like that. And I walked in one day, and there's just like a couch in the middle of it and a TV in front of it, and the owner and his like friend were just like watching TV. And it's like, this is just this guy's house, and like he was kind of annoyed.
Like
I was
that you were in there?
It was like a weekday and midday.
Was it like was he selling like bric-a-brac, like just like miscellaneous
Shit, yeah.
Shit.
Bad
That's
shit.
kind of sick. Milwaukee is an underrated city.
Oh,
When we need to
God,
keep it
for
that way,
sure.
delete it from the podcast.
Don't go there.
The
Don't
people
go.
of Milwaukee who discriminate against me because I'm from Chicago
Yeah.
need to look at themselves in the mirror pretty hard.
What did you think about Milwaukee when you were growing up in Chicago? Do you think that's a fucking
I
nothing
didn't.
town? You didn't think about it?
I didn't.
Wow.
Oh shit.
The worst insult.
I didn't even know Chicago existed. I'd never even heard of Chicago
Really?
when I was in Seattle. Yeah.
You'd never heard of Chicago?
I just never even thought about it. Chicago, what the hell is that? And I remember looking at pictures of it when I was like 16, and I couldn't believe that was a city.
Why? Are you serious?
I am serious.
Why
And then I
didn't you
moved
know
there.
about it?
Well, I probably heard the name, but I didn't understand it was a big, giant ass city.
Yeah.
You know, tucked away up there in the.
This is actually
PNW.
shameful. It's third largest city in America,
Yep.
fourth largest city in North America. Might even be lower.
What? BC or
Well,
Toronto?
just passed it.
Oh shit, the six.
Because of the damn Democrats are pushing everybody out, making the police go door to door, say what is your gender, write it down, making them determine it in public.
Oh my God. We're going to hell in a handbag.
It's truly
We are
Fast,
going to
yeah.
hell in a fucking handbag.
On the highway to hell, moving.
going door to door, telling people you got to put on a 2016 Cubs shirt, some khaki shorts that go below your knees, walk your golden doodle around. You get if you're a guy in Chicago on the north side, that's what you got to do all day.
Oh my God, the
Mandatory.
Gold Coast Golden Doodle. Get out of here. Connor, you assassinate the mayor of Toronto, and you got to get to Chicago in
Rob
14
Ford?
hours. Rob, well, he passed.
He has passed away.
Meth.
Rob-
Remember him smoking?
Oh,
fucking-
God,
He's
I
gone?
forgot
Oh,
about
yo,
his
yeah.
ass.
His brother Heart was attack. became mayor too, and then he passed away.
No. From
the
a similar
Fords.
cause?
Conspiracy.
Crack cocaine.
Oh, that doesn't kill you.
They don't still call it crack cocaine, do they?
Well, it depends where you're from.
That's kind of like
there's
a
a- we
white,
should-
80s white guy saying,
We should almost pull it up. There's a press conference where he talks about eating pussy.
oh,
Where Rob
I've
Ford
seen, of
does?
course I've seen
Yeah.
this.
How does he
Man.
feel about
Hold
it?
up.
He loves it.
He's like denying something. He's like, I ate her pussy, but I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
but I didn't smoke crack out of it.
yeah. It's like
I just
It
typed
simply
in
wouldn't be
YouTube,
possible.
Rob Ford eat pussy onto YouTube.
Oh, he looks good.
Rob Ford uses the P word intended to sue.
Uses the P word.
I like it like it's
Oh.
a super, like it's a power.
Says
thing.
he gets enough pussy to eat at home. Is this,
Oh, play it,
yeah,
play
I
it,
think
play
that's
it.
it.
Oh, that'll be.
Litigation will be starting shortly. I've had enough. That's why I warned you guys yesterday. Be careful what you wrote. Okay, so that's all I have to say for now. And the next thing I want to call Mayor Britannia in Hamilton and tell them that we're going to have to spank their little tiger cats. Oh, and the last thing was Olivia Gondak. It says that I wanted to eat her pussy, Olivia Gondak. I've never said that in my life to her. I would never do that. I'm happily married. I've got more than enough to eat at home. Thank you very much.
Oh, and he's in a football
He
team.
shot a football
It's a
jersey.
motherfucking deal, double G. Oh my God, that would be another thing.
What?
Biden at the State of the Union being like, "This year we ended Afghanistan," ba-da-da-da-da, and it comes down over his eyes.
It's a motherfucking Biden.
And it's a real thing, but it cuts his face so bad that his brain falls out of his skull.
Get
It's the
Biden
biggest
in
brain
Peaky
ever.
Blinders now.
Oh my
A
God.
Biden
Oh,
cameo.
in any way, acting, boom up, whatever.
He shows up with a modern weaponry, kills everybody, all the rival gangs.
That is a good idea.
Oh my
Peaky
God.
Blinders writers out there.
Peaky Blinders.
They're
bring
listening.
Peaky Blinders.
They're definitely
Oh,
listening.
they're-
I get the sense that Cillian Murphy is embarrassed by Peaky Blinders.
Who's that?
Star of Oppenheimer.
Cillian, star of Oppenheimer,
Really?
bro. 28
Congrats.
days later,
What's
bro.
his name?
I feel like he's like at
Cillian.
that level where he's like, I just want to go to work. I don't know. He's got kids. He's like, whatever. Yeah, it was called Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, it's
So
just
thing
a
called Oppenheimer.
small show.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cillian.
I want to
Congrats,
be
keep
that
it up.
humble someday.
He kind of looked like an alien.
His name sounds alien.
I'm telling you this. I was in Ireland and
Respect.
England this summer doing shows, and I will say this. Everybody over there be looking like MrBeast.
Mr. Bean?
Mr. Beast.
Beast.
Mr. Beast.
They look like him. Now
Oh,
he's had
they
a
do
transformation.
look
Does
like
he look
Mr.
like
Beast.
pre or post? Because now
Pre.
he's all nice looking.
Is he all swagged out?
He is swag strong.
Got his head manicured?
He got his body more reshapenly.
But he doesn't even
We're
look
working
that
out.
much better. That's the sad thing.
Why must you say it like that?
Because
Support him.
Can I
Just
see what Mr. Beast looks like now?
Mr. Beast body
Senor
transformation.
Beast.
There's a picture of him holding onto his junk, balls, and penis.
Is
on
he
the internet.
married?
No, but he's in a relationship
with a
who?
model
from
With
South
who?
Africa.
South Africa.
South Africa, hello.
Let's see his latest. I mean, well, we're just looking at fucking thumbnails right now. Let's see his
do the
latest one.
Google image.
I recently
Yeah, but
saw
this
a
is his
YouTube
most
short.
recent video.
What was it?
But he's got
He's
shirtless
just saying
pics. You know
that
what I'm
the
saying?
fucking thumbnail don't mean shit no more. It's about the first 5 seconds because everybody does autoplay.
The thumbnail
He
don't.
says he spends $1 million on each testing each thumbnail or something like that.
So do we.
Yeah, this,
He doesn't look good.
this
What are you
is the
talking
only
about?
one-
Nate, please Google image before after Mr. Beast fitness.
He looks like he is battling psoriasis.
He just looks normal as fuck. This is
No,
what
he does.
like everybody
No,
in
no,
Belfast
no.
look like, walking around looking like
Deals?
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
breakfast.
Belfast, shout out to Belfast. Hope
Before, after. Oh, he did lose some weight.
Go ahead, get the up and
Let's
up
see the
and before and after.
transformation.
Look at that one where he's
Oh, he
ripping up
is
beats.
looking kind of.
See,
this is the thing.
The
That's
after
good.
he's looking like Brian Jordan Alvarez kind of.
Joy Tactics.
Jim, get Jim
Oh.
Carrey back now and make him more sexual than ever. And get him out
Oh,
here.
God.
Ooh,
Give
Jim
him a 10
Carrey.
pack.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's the number theory? Didn't he have a
23.
movie?
23.
23.
that's a movie.
Dr. Pepper movie.
I could do the 23 right now. Let's see.
Kobe Bryant's
2
birthday
fucking
is on the
cans right there.
23rd.
3 guys.
Were you just finding like things that?
Oh, you're
2
numbering
and 3.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought you were
23?
just like
Yeah.
Tooth. Yeah, I got none.
Man.
3, Joy Tactics has 3 letters in one of them words.
What were we supposed to cover this episode? Aliens?
Alien?
Conspiracy.
Yeah, yeah.
Conspiracy.
Oh, we
did a
watched
pretty
the
good
Alien
job.
guy.
That was pretty
fuck
good.
Oh,
Before
Baby Alien.
Baby Alien.
Shout out Baby Alien.
And you
No, we
guys,
didn't watch that.
we both kind of determined he's fucking like
Oh,
he's been there before.
if that's first timer behavior,
The video is he's like a virgin. He's like, and we watched him have sex, and it was like, dude, he's like putting it fucking
Does it better than me.
down. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
like he does it better than me, of course.
Why do they call that putting it down?
Putting it.
It's like putting a dog down, but you're doing it to your sexual partner.
In a good way.
Yeah,
Wow.
In a way that's I gotta go sleep.
I might call it putting it up.
You go up to somebody and go, girl, I'm about to put you to sleep like a dog.
oh,
And then, no. And they're like, no, that actually means you're going to come so hard that you're going to go to sleep. Bill Maher style. Bill Maher, if you're listening.
You are such an accidentally saying the craziest things sometimes in your marriage. You know what I mean?
Bill
Understanding?
Maher is clapping them cheeks for sure.
Oh, Bill Maher
he's
is.
getting random with the pussy.
He is a.
There's a lot of interviews with porn stars on YouTube talking about fucking Bill Maher.
no.
Yeah.
Really? I bet you know Trisha Paytas. She marks me as somebody who's had sex. She's like had sex with like
Robin
Quentin
Williams.
Tarantino.
Robin
Like-
Williams.
Just pull
Trisha, you don't know Trisha Paytas?
You don't know who Trisha Paytas is?
She's a internet
Yes,
legend.
I do. Actually, I do. Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't
She's like like a legend.
She tried to do the
internet legend.
NPC stuff, and everyone's like, "You're too much of a main character, Hunty."
She's been on like Tim and Eric, like Nathan For You. Like literally
She
has
was on
been
Nathan For
a
You.
part of like every different sphere
Dated
of
Quentin
Hollywood.
Tarantino.
She dated Quentin
Imagine
Tarantino
what it's like
for
to
a
be
second.
Getting
I
dinner
did.
with him.
I have a long lost cousin that dated Quentin Tarantino.
Right.
They live in New York City,
Really?
and I've
Here's
never
the
met
thing.
them. How weird is that?
Quentin, I don't think I'd vibe with Quentin.
I don't
but
know why he can't cast us in his new movie.
I don't think
Because of the strike.
Negotiations tonight. We're gonna get everybody a white chocolate toilet seat.
Yep.
My elevator mechanic at Prudential Elevators, and they did something. Or no, at the Prudential building, he worked for Schindler. I don't know, post list, and he some company they had like toilet seat company, and they made white chocolate toilet seats.
No.
and they gave it out to everybody.
pranks.
No, here's like a Christmas gift. And me and my brothers were eating white chocolate toilet seats.
Sounds amazing.
Wait, what size is the
Actual, I think they just took the
Wow.
mold of the toilet seats and went ahead and poured white chocolate.
Can you
in.
eat white chocolate today, or do you feel grossed out by it?
It's a little gross. It's not good.
I love
What is
white
the
chocolate.
what is white chocolate?
I don't
What
I
is
think
it?
it's a
It's
good
milk.
engagement opportunity.
It's more milk.
What is
right?
white
Vanilla.
chocolate?
What is white chocolate?
Below are our phone numbers. Text us what white chocolate is.
If you're in the white chocolate fucking game right now, let us know.
White chocolate community. White
How's
chocolate
that
industry,
possible?
White chocolate,
If your name is white chocolate,
Sexual chocolate. Remember the wrestler?
sexual chocolate. What is that from? What is sexual chocolate
WWE.
from?
He was a wrestler for the WWF.
Really? That's
Sexual
the
chocolate.
best name on the planet.
Yeah, he was always like kind of mid tier, and they were always like trying to. I remember at one point they were trying to push that he had like a sex addiction, and his sex therapist was, of course, a hot lady.
Oh damn.
well,
That's a mistake.
I know a lot of people that have made that mistake and then
Uh.
accidentally walked onto a highway while being a little too high.
What? Do you know anyone that's been in therapy for sex addiction?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You do?
And they hooked up.
They hooked up with their sex
No.
counselor?
Yes, this is someone I went to high school with.
No.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
What qualifies you for sexual addiction training seminar or whatever it's called?
Huh?
3 times a week.
Cool shower. Yeah, you're having sex 2-3 times. That's too much, brother.
I don't know what you're asking.
I'm asking what sexual
How do you
behavior led to I got to go to sex rehab.
I don't know.
But they killed themselves, you're saying?
No. They didn't kill themselves. They got too high and
And they walked onto the highway and
Yeah.
laid down, right?
no. That was an accident.
Did they die?
No,
This is so...
they didn't die. They just got hit all fucked up.
Wait, could
Badly.
you imagine having a
High on what?
Pills.
Imagine
I wasn't
having
fucking
a-
bear with me, man. Why is this such a
I
big
was gonna
deal?
say, could you imagine having a intervention for a sex addiction and all of the girls that you're
Oh, it's
smashing
all
with,
fucking suicide girls.
Pin-up girls. 2003. Kuma's Corner girls.
Oh.
You got all your girls coming in.
Shout out Kuma's Corner in
The hottest
Chicago.
girls in Kuma's Corner. We know that we were in lingerie eating a burger named after Metallica albums. Metallica,
Oh
Metallica
damn!
Black
I
Album.
forgot
Pastrami
about
burger,
that place.
fried egg,
Kuma's
pastrami burger.
Corner.
They're expanding too. There was one in Indianapolis.
Wow, that's a big
Really?
expansion.
For those who don't know, Kuma's Corner is a hard metal burger.
Don't go
spot.
there if you listen to fucking
Pavement.
Nickel Rock, Nickelback, whatever it's called. Pavement especially. Sorry.
Oh, Pavement
Yeah,
is
don't
loopy.
go there.
I don't like that music.
You
Man.
listen to only go there if you like Three Doors Down. If you like fucking
Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged
Sleep. What's that band? Sleep.
System of a
Sleep.
Down.
System of a Down.
I feel like
Slither.
Pantera.
I feel like you would like Sleep.
What is Sleep? I don't know.
It's the type of band that you go like.
Ambient.
I only listen to
It's like 12-minute.
Velvet Revolver.
What are you listening to right now, Connor?
Velvet Revolver, man.
Connor, you listen to audiobooks and podcasts on your runs
Yeah.
and no music?
I'll do music.
What's a band that you're liking right now, man?
Hello?
I can't, dude. My music taste is so it's literally probably like that. Like,
Oh,
I don't
we
know.
have a fun music playlist that we share.
Yeah, male running playlist.
Oh, really?
I was listening to Rap Hits of 2004 the other day, and they
Oh,
had,
shit.
If you don't even know that part of the band, and I was
B12.
smiling, imagining U.S. soldiers hyping themselves up to Eminem, and
In
that
the
comes
Humvee.
on next,
In the Humvee,
and they're knocking in doors, being like saying, get on the ground in Arabic in a most like thickest fucking Illinois accent.
God.
Eminem.
It was
Also,
different
why
then.
do they always send the poor? Remember that?
System of a Down.
always send the
Surge Tankian.
Presidents fight the war. Damn, yeah. Some of that shit.
gotta-
You know what?
Life is a waterfall.
I just watched. I love that song. I'll play it on guitar for you sometime.
Dude, I love listening to it. I listened to Howard Stern. He wrote something on the System of a Down website after 9/11 being like, actually, we are bad around the world. And everybody, a little bit of a beat down on Howard Stern and him. I'm sorry.
Interesting.
Howard Stern is woke now.
Unfortunately.
He's woke
Can I
now.
ask
You
some
see, he
help?
came out in defense of wokeness.
Oh, sorry.
Did he really?
He was like, being woke is good.
I remember I
I
tuned
woke up.
into Howard Stern as a kid once. Just
Yeah.
like, I don't know how I like was watching a clip of it, and there was a girl that was like puking on a guy. Like a dude was like into like getting puked on, and there was like some hot girl that came in and was like, "So you're gonna puke on this guy, right?" And, like it was. I was
9
like,
in the
"Good
morning.
God, like this is what Howard Stern
Holy
is?"
shit.
Can I ask some assistance of the people of the internet? There is a video from the day that 9/11 happened where Howard Stern is doing his broadcast, and then it happens and he's reacting to it. And I'm not able to find that video
I can find it.
anymore.
I'll give it
I've
to you.
seen it millions of times. I can give it to you.
He has
Every day.
his funny little glasses
Every day I wake
on,
up,
and he's, you know,
Open that
Put
up.
it
It's
on.
the first thing I listen
It's a
to.
He's
war.
being a
We're
little
at
bit
war.
racist on that one.
You
Well, I'm not
know, it
interested in
was a different time, okay? Different time. We were at war. What are you going to say?
I think that's what he says. He's like,
We're at war.
We're at war.
well,
We're
because
at
after
war.
the first one, they keep making jokes. They're having like an inappropriate sexual discussion, as they always do. Those nasty blue content ones.
In the episode, he went on a date with Pamela Anderson the night before.
Oh.
We're kind of talking about that.
My
The
God.
Vivid Club, and then Stern, and then they're like, "Hey, actually, 9/11's happening right now. I mean, we're midway through. We don't know what it is, but we'll let you know when it is 9/11." He's like, "Oh, okay." So anyway, Pam Anderson, she's so hot, and they're like, "Hey, actually, 9/11 is happening," and like, we're at war. Let's do
Was
it.
Beetlejuice
Hey, let's
up in
go.
that-
Let's
up
get
in the
Beetlejuice.
studio?
on the front
Beetlejuice was
line.
not there yet.
Oh shit!
I think Beetlejuice
No,
is
it's
later.
pre-Beetle.
Beat.
There is a whole podcast sphere of ex-Stern people,
Really?
and they're kind of letting loose with what it was like to work at Howard Stern.
They're
And
pissed.
And I'll go back. That's what I mostly listen to. I go back old Stern because he'll just like have Gary on, and he's like, "You are promoting your book too much. You need to cancel some of these dates. I'm sick of seeing you. What are you doing? What are you doing on the Today Show, Gary? People know about your book. Stop." And you can tell this is a toxic masculinity work environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
hate
you know who
that
was a little
shit.
bit mean too? Robin.
Robin
No.
Quivers. She was in an interesting spot.
Well, yeah, it's all on Howard. Mm-hmm. And she probably participated in the culture a little bit.
It's an interesting evolution. Private Parts, I think, is a really good movie.
Private Part. He
unfortunately.
crushes it in Private Parts.
Oh,
Plays himself.
I remember
Yeah.
staring at that fucking cover in Blockbuster, like.
Well,
man,
like,
that was-
I
'cause
could
he's, like,
never be
making-
allowed to rent
I mean, you
this.
want to talk about how good people have it jerk off wise. Catch yourself, for those who were lucky enough to grow up with cable, E! Channel, you're jerking
Yep.
off to blurred out
The
tits on
scrambled
Howard Stern
porn.
shit.
Oh, good God.
That's what you're doing.
Girls Gone Wild commercials.
You're hoping. I hope my penis grows.
I mean,
Did you
back
ever
in
have
the
that as a
back
small
in
man?
the fucking the 300 BC, they had them sexual pots, in pans where they're drawing on them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, also
They'd be looking
everybody's
at it and then
fucking-
they nut.
Oh,
into the
let me
pot.
tell you.
That's what
They were
that's what
using
those
a
are
mountain.
for.
They were looking at mountains and saying that kind of looks like
I'll
a
do you
pair of
one
titties.
better. I'll do you one better. I was in 7th grade. I was at a special needs school in a trailer on a little hill in Virginia. This is full special needs, not a special needs class. I was out of the system, out of the matrix for a year. And I'm sitting in wood glue class or whatever, where it's art class, whatever. And we're using hot glue gun. And I'm sitting there and I'm drawing a muffin with legs and arms and eyes and everything.
That's fun.
Guy next to me, can't remember what his name was, Connor, I think, leans over. Well,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
And he says, "Dang, that thing looks like sexy, like hot. Like, did you just drew that?"
A seventh grader using the word sexy.
And that's
He
how
was
it,
he was really saying like that is hot.
and that's how it fucking starts.
What do you
is
mean?
Interesting. I
Oh,
have a
the
similar.
addiction.
I have a similar thing. There was a kid that I forgot his name, but he was from. Lived in the projects, and like we went to the same school together. Robert Taylor Holmes. He lived in, and he was like, "Hey man, check this out!" And he reached into his pocket and he pulled out a bunch of like tits that he had cut out of a porno mag, and then just had in his pocket.
Singles?
Like
Check it out. Well, just like kind of like collage style, like cut them
Yeah.
out. It was pretty cool, right? And I was like, yeah. And in my mind, being like, that's pretty kind of an interesting idea to have just pornography on you like that.
That's
You know
innovative.
what was at my house recently that you saw, I think. So there's been a Bob Ross puzzle that's the pieces have been I spilled on the floor, and I've just over the last month or two I haven't picked it up, and it's been sticking onto the bottom of my feet and spreading all around the entire apartment building.
There's also another thing. I remember I listened to the last week's episode, and you said that I was talking to somebody and they said carrot top. That's not a correct name for carrot top because the top of a carrot is green. Who's telling me that? And then I remembered that you told me that.
And I don't believe you.
It's true.
I don't believe
It's
that's
true.
that's the answer or the truth.
Because I remember like
Man.
clocking it and being like, that is very interesting.
Well, hold on a second. Let me finish the
I'm
puzzle.
saying your brain
story.
works amazingly.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. That's all I know. So these puzzle pieces, it's Bob Ross's face, eh? And there's one puzzle piece that just has this little freaky little smile on it. So it's just a puzzle piece of all these teeth. And that piece somehow got like kicked out of my apartment onto the stairs. And I thought it was funny. Did you ever see that?
I've seen it, man.
No, a
A
little
puzzle piece
piece
on your foot.
No, it used to be on my foot, but then it dragged into the stairwell. And it was sitting out on the stairs on the railing for just a week or two, and a little puzzle.
It'd be really funny, you like a
God
high-powered
damn it.
businessman try to do a power move, put your feet on the desk, and there's puzzle pieces.
Put on your foot, dirty ass foot, long toenails.
Hey, I trimmed those things. I
No,
trimmed
no,
those
you
things.
did, you did, you
long
did.
foot.
Who, me?
You both
No,
got
Nate's
long
got a long
feet.
foot.
Oh, I got the long.
The
What size?
long
Bring
one.
that shit now.
15.
Oh my god.
15 incher.
15 feet.
Good
We're
God.
wide,
like
wide
I'm
guys,
gonna-
right?
I got wide flat ones.
I've already shown
four
my.
We
feet.
do this every episode. Let's not do
You
this.
going to a
It's
wide
inappropriate.
foot shoe store?
Yeah. Well,
I need to do that.
I just get wide shoes.
My sister
I'm
called
just
me.
wearing these fucking clogs now because
It's 8 o'clock.
So what? Okay.
Well,
Let's
should we say what gave
Let's
us
give
joy?
Let's say what gives
you
us. And I have an idea.
Oh, wait a minute. Go to endorphinport.com and buy the mask.
Oh yeah,
video.
endorphins.
Yes, yes.
I have an idea for what
Okay.
gave us all joy.
I was gonna say
What gave us all joy
Oh
this year.
no! Oh no!
That's not. What else am I gonna say? I had fucking sandwiches on.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what gave me joy this week.
Well, you can do something fun. What gave me joy? Connor O'Malley, endorphinport.com,
Yep.
the film The Mask.
It's the most confusing way to have paywall content ever. You have it on a
Oh, but you
website
should-
that
cool.
doesn't
You should
really
be
make a lot of
commended.
sense.
It's
You should be
fucking sick.
commended.
aren't
As
really-
people with a
understandably-
Patreon.
Understandably so, people don't understand the concept, but the money goes directly to
The Down the Drain
Ukraine.
Foundation.
Yeah, people don't know
creation.
that
Yeah.
you're funding like just proxy wars with this.
I'm just
and
sending envelopes. I'm just writing
mercenaries.
Ukraine on envelopes.
Cash.
Yeah.
Right. You just throw it out the window.
fat
Yeah.
cash.
The
The mask is
Mask is
Very
incredible.
Starring Eric Rahal.
Starring Eric
starring Connor
Rahal,
O'Malley
starring
and
Connor
Derek
O'Malley.
Hill.
starring SeaWorld. No spoilers.
SeaWorld. Oh.
And maybe we can't talk about it, but maybe we got something else.
We might have something else cooking.
Something.
I feel like we teased this like on every pot. Like there's something going on.
Something's happening.
There's always
Maybe
something.
there's something that's painfully slow that's happening.
Maybe if you can see on the other side of that wall, you
It's
can see
marinating.
somebody working
It's
on.
marinating, dude.
Well, it's in the banana. There's always something that we're working on in the banana stand as well.
That's all we
So,
shall say.
What gave me joy was the mask, endorphin port, seeing my friends make something fucking funny as hell. Eric?
What gave me, frankly, joy? Well, I've just been getting sick so much.
You were like about to cry.
You looked right at
Looks you Connor right in the eyes. But just this feel, and this was sadly my joy about a month ago when I got sick, and I was like, I'm so happy to not be sick anymore. And hopefully, I'm just praying, God, please don't let me get sick again, because I'm tired of feeling that way.
Yeah, it makes me scared too because we're in the car or whatever last week, I think, and you said if I got sick once and then I got sick a second time and now I'm sick a third time in 1 month, is that immunocompromised?
Something's wrong with you, Eric.
No,
You need
I
to
think
get something checked
my
out.
immune system was just down for the count from a COVID early this month, and then I got a cold. That's it, and I'm
I
healthy
feel like
as a
you
goat.
skipped the phase where you could catch something early. Like it's at a phase where it's like, yeah, you should have gone to the doctor.
Oh, whatever your disease.
Whatever it is, it's end
like
days.
fully it's fully-
Metastasized. Yeah, no, I'm fucking good.
That's a scary word.
What brought me joy is getting back to health, full health, and
That's
I'm
amazing.
rocking with
We
you
love
guys,
that.
and I'm gonna be here for a lot longer.
Nate.
What gave me joy was, of course, the mask was incredible. I fucking loved it. It was so fucking.
It gets you
funny.
on.
I do want to say, I'll send you the fucking link, man. If you don't got $5, hit me up on Instagram. I'll send you a fucking link, whatever. You got to prove to me that you got to send me like a picture of your dirty feet. I don't have shoes. I can't pay for it.
I'll tell you what, Connor. I'm probably the most frugal person on planet Earth.
What's that mean?
Frugal means you don't like to spend
Cheap.
money. Cheap person.
All right.
And I was so fucking gung ho.
I bought it
I was
immediately.
like,
Hey, man.
$5, boom, instant. I don't even get. Oh, that's $5 for a fucking for a Connor joint. Are you fucking kidding me?
Worth it.
Every
That's nice
fucking
of you
day
to
of my
say.
life, I'll pay $5 for.
Connor,
that
remember
shit.
when
Are
we
you
rented
serious?
those scooters we were going around?
That was fun.
That was pretty fun.
That was a fun day.
That was pretty fun.
You can see us on scooters in the video.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
You could see me acting weird, pretending to be weird.
You're working on a lot of amazing videos.
There's
be
let's
honest.
just say there's some really slow things happening.
I just watched a cut of something that I may not speak about,
Oh no.
but may I say, this thing's cool, man.
You stupid.
No, it's one of my favorite things ever.
I'll say this, man. Back to what Nate was saying, you spent $5 on a shot and a beer.
Right.
Tecate and a
And that's a
Switz.
steal. I mean, that's not. You
You spent
gotta
$5 on a
reframe it for these
latte.
people. You
God
gotta
You spent
damn it.
$5 on a.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You
If
spent
somebody
$5 on Joy Tactics. Cancel this.
And by the way,
subscription and
you
go
Okay,
to
if
that.
I said,
Do
if
not
I
do
said
that.
you, if I
Do
said you, dude, you give me $5 cash, you have the most incredible 20-minute jack off session of your life. I would
Yeah.
every
Oh.
day
It's like
be
that for your
here
mind.
it is, here it
$5.
is.
$5.
$5,
Yeah.
20 minutes. You have an incredible nut. There's videos you're still like, like they're talking to you, and you're like, oh my god, it's like a total like, it's like, books they say is the only type of media that they get into your mind. What if jerk off instruction video where they get into your mind like that, and they're like, you are so nice. And it's positive too. You walk away from it, not being shameful. You're like, I'm gonna actually write something. I'm gonna go call.
All right, man. Good to have you on, brother.
All right, well,
We're gonna get you home. I know you got to do a show.
Yeah,
tonight.
you're tired, but no, that's hot in here.
working
It's
on
like
it.
really
Man,
hot
that
in
felt so good to do that specific bit to somebody else for once.
power over me in that situation. That would be funny, World War I, to see you finally like get power over somebody. You're like, oh, actually, you got to go to the rat hole, dude.
Rat hole.
You did it wrong. Look at that.
Yeah, I had a dream
Well-
last night. I was crying about my report card. All right,
Really? Was it bad grades?
it was not important.
Yeah, well, I think we should probably get it. I mean, how much?
No, we got to go. That's it. That's the end.
Well, what gave me joy?
Oh, sorry.
What gave you joy, Connor?
What did I have? That sandwich today was good.
Talk about.
What
Oh, that
sandwiches
was
you guys
turkey, wasn't
have?
it?
Just a classic turkey on a
From
roll.
where?
New York. You can't get it anywhere else.
Deli.
From just a
Why
regular
the
deli?
fuck is that?
It's so
know.
true.
Why can't they export that shit?
Oh, I had a McGriddle for the first time, and I thought, if you are living in New York City and you are getting McDonald's breakfast, you're a fool.
boy,
Right,
you didn't
but
like the
sometimes you
McGriddle?
need it.
I didn't like the McGriddle. I'd never had one before,
Yeah.
though.
You need to. Okay.
You need to have as
You just smoked a blunt to the dome.
Now we're
with
talking.
your friend. With your friend.
I can only imagine.
At 9 in the morning.
With Andre and Ronaldo before learning disabled class. You smoke it to the dome. You're so high. You're 16 years old. You're also morbidly obese. You go into McDonald's. You say, "Give me 2 McGriddles." You eat it so fast, and then you continue to just go to school and just feel sad.
And that was every day.
That was. You're describing
That was a
your
good part of high
childhood.
school,
Yeah.
Man, and you had a graduating class of about 14 people.
yeah, really. No, it was like 50.
All right.
You were in a small.
That's tiny as hell.
That's a small fucking high school.
Small high school that's closed.
In Chicago?
You know, that's
Chicago.
like what if I had stayed in that school that I went to for 7th grade, I feel like it's probably almost probably the same thing.
Yeah, it was a bad school. In terms of education, it was fun as fuck. We had Simpsons class.
Yep.
We'd watch Simpsons in school.
And you could smoke inside. You could smoke cigs.
I would go to the bathroom and smoke cigarettes in the janitor's closet.
Oh.
Full like pack a day. 16-year-old.
Good God.
Oh,
what
my.
brand?
Reds.
The hundreds?
No, I started Newport Hundreds, and then I just like this. I guess switched to Reds.
Hey, comment your cigarettes in the chat.
You got me. I think you put me onto this YouTuber. His name is Nick the Smoker.
Nick the Smoker. Hey, it's Nick the Smoker.
Hey there, it's Nick the Smoker.
All right, today we're gonna be
got a
smoking
cigarette
Marlboro
review. I
think he's in
fucking love
Homewood
him.
Flossmoor. Shout out to Homewood Flossmoor.
I don't know what that is. But.
Suburb. Yeah, and he'll just like talk about the news and he'll be like, "Yeah, man, I don't know. It's kind of weird what's going on."
What's he smoke? Is he reviewing cigs?
Every type of cig that you could possibly imagine, he reviews them. And he like took a break for a while, but he just uploaded like a couple things recently where he's like, "I know I've been gone for a while. I've been hitting the vape." He switched to vaping, and he's like just doing his cigarettes are just from the reviews. You know,
He's
what I'm
also a
saying?
guy that started smoking at like 20.
Yeah, but you know
Just
he
the
looks pretty
funniest type of
good.
guy.
He
That
looks-
too,
does.
that's too late to start.
It's an awkward time.
I mean, I started when I was like 11 or 12. But I'm done. I'm cig free.
Yeah.
Well, after tonight, I don't know. We're going to
Tonight we're going to
Luca
fucking
Lana.
Well, you have-
humidor.
you know what?
and-
yeah.
It's never too late.
Andrew Humidor.
It's never too late to start smoking cigarettes. I'll say that because
It's never.
it's either outside on the path, outside of high school,
Well,
outside on the track, outside of middle school, outside on the trampoline in elementary
cigs
school.
are rising. People are smoking more and more.
People named Eric Rahill are
everybody in
smoking
LA is
more and
smoking
more.
cigs.
I'm really. I had one puff of a cigarette last night.
Oh, everybody here does live shows. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to, bro?
What? Stern would
You
do
just
that.
pulled a full on Rick and Morty on us.
Dude,
Stern would do
sometimes-
that.
Sometimes I grab these mics by the fucking foam and then I think these are fucking disgusting.
No, dude, it's good.
Spittle.
It's good.
If you could have people bring one thing to the shows who are your fans, what do you have them
Oh,
want to
nothing.
bring?
Stay away.
Money,
Alright, sounds
money,
good.
cash.
Because you know how Drake,
I don't want
Pins.
Drake gets
I
them
was doing a
bras,
joke, but
you
yeah.
know?
Oh,
What's your bra? Drake has like people throw bras on stage, and he's like, "Oh shit, that's like Drake's thing." What are the fans? What can the fans throw at you?
used syringes?
Well,
Used syringes. Drake has the bras.
He throws people throw bras at him, and then
He's
he
got a
pulled up
collection.
one. There was like one that went viral where it was like this, like like huge, gigantic bra, and he's like, "Oh damn!" Like I forget what he said, but he's like
you got to meet
he's
him.
so cringy.
I
You
want
gotta meet
Drake
him.
to take. Here's what I will also say.
ahead.
I want Drake to take a learning disability test, and he would be, "No, dude, you're smart as fuck. Get the fuck out of here." Meanwhile, I tell you what, you guys are. You know how they have those cars that have the square wheels?
Yes.
And like, no way could this drive on the road. Well, a little Half Moon Road. That's what you guys are, the Half Moon Road. And you know who's the square wheel? Kanye West. You got to have him on because he will be so. He is.
You think we
Don't
might actually
spoil our plan.
I think he would be finally. You are talking my language.
I'm the one to bring him back. If
You
he
are.
met me, had fucking coffee,
Oh,
iced
dude,
coffee
well,
with my ass.
He could break bread with my Jewish ass. That's for sure. I'll turn him back on it. Nah, he'd probably hate me the fuck out of me, but I'd kill him.
No, he would like us.
I think he's back from getting his dick sucked on.
Oh, that was crazy.
Oh, that looked
with
fun.
the butt crack out.
That is so.
I
You know what that look. You know what that made me think of. You know when you put the laptop on your stomach and you're beating off like on a couch like,
Of course.
This-
Oh yeah, we
yeah.
knew,
Doing
but you
Yeah.
didn't have to show it. Yeah.
All right.
and then you bust a nut all over you.
No, my mom's a patron. My
That goes-
mom subscribes.
I met your mom, and then it goes all over your hand and like your pube area.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had that move where you get up, where you
Oh yeah.
I got the nuts all over me. I gotta get it
That
up.
move that you just did, do that in Dane Cook's Vicious Circle. That is an amazing live physical humor bit right there. Write it down.
Maybe I'll do it tonight.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in New York, come see. Comedy show
You were in
tonight.
New York last night.
All right, we gotta go, right?
All right, yeah, you gotta go.
We gotta go.
Thank
This
you guys
was-
so much for having me on. We've known each other for so damn long.
I know.
Connor, you're the best, man.
You're
Thank
just
you
the
for
Since
best,
Obama,
being
right?
on.
Since Obama, yeah.
Definitely since
Yeah.
since Obama.
Oh,
Obama.
for sure.
Yeah.
Since Obama. Rest in peace to his cook.
Go to endorphinport.com.
Check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Joy Tactics.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Connor.
Well, that concludes another incredible fucking episode of Joy Tactics. Head over to patreon.com/joytactics to unlock exclusive weekly bonus episodes. And make sure to follow us on social media where we post fire TikToks and hilarious shit like that. And if you loved the shit you just listened to, make sure to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. Thanks for listening, and remember, we are shaped by our thoughts, we become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves.